Yeah, hopefully the fan's not too loud. This is Florida. It's summertime. It's just gonna have to be dealt with. But, man, the president just broke my ankles and wasted a shitload of my time in the process. Uh, it's partially my own fault because I'm indecisive sometimes. But, for those of you who don't know, President Trump just signed an executive order. I'm not too clear on the exact lettering of said executive order because it's not really too much the focus of the coverage on it right now. What I am clear on is that it is an executive order that will end the crisis of families being split up at the US-Mexico border. Now here's the thing. I, along with a lot of other people, was super upset about that situation to begin with. That's the whole topic of the video that I have. It's literally uploaded to my channel. It just needs to be flipped from private to public. That's it. Everything is done. That's the whole topic of that video. Or the premise of that video. But the message of that video was, and I'm going to explain it to you because it goes to show why this decision by the president surprised me so much, right? The premise of that video was that I felt that the fault in that situation fell on everybody, left and right. Not at all taking fault away from the White House, but that I felt that the fault was shared by us all due to our inability to work together and reach across the aisle and negotiate and find common ground and things like that. And I honestly felt that, as extreme and as dire as that situation was, I was expecting it to get worse. I was expecting a sort of arms race of more and more extreme overreactions from each side, as we've seen consistently over the last couple of years, until finally somebody went way too far and just caused an all-out civil war. I don't know. I mean, maybe the president felt the same way. Maybe the president foresaw the same possible end to that path, and decided to back off, decided to try and de-escalate a little bit. I don't know what his reasoning is, and let me explain to you why this is so confusing to me. At any of a number of points, the president could have prevented that situation from existing in the first place. The fact that he chose not to, in my opinion, was, I guess, accepting it, or was approval by default, I guess is the words that I'm looking for. And so I had no reason to think that wasn't his position, that he didn't approve of the situation. Kind of the messages that had come from appointees of the Trump administration and other people over there over the last couple of days that this story had really been getting a lot of traction, had been that this was a deterrent, that they planned on deterring people through fear of having their family split up at the border, that this was a necessary byproduct of a zero-tolerance policy. And nothing about any of that rhetoric says we're uncertain of our position or that a reversal is imminent. And then this kind of came out of nowhere. Which is kind of why I'm making a video about it, because generally speaking, when things like this are done, for the most part I understand why, even if I don't agree with them, even if whatever. For the most part I get why. This doesn't make sense to me. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy that this executive order was signed. I'm not trying to look a gift horse in the mouth. But I am confused about how this happened. I'm curious, very curious, as to what you guys, I mean, absolutely, I would love to hear anybody else's comments in the comment section, what you guys think the president's reasoning behind it was. I have a few ideas. There is the possibility that he was okay with the situation to begin with, and then when he actually witnessed the implementation of it, it kind of turned his stomach a little bit, and that, I think there's some credence to that in what he said while he was signing the executive order. He made a comment to the effect of that the sights and the feelings of watching families be separated at the border made him uncomfortable. Another possible thought that I had is that this was the plan from the very beginning. That he allowed this zero tolerance policy to go into effect, that he allowed families to start getting split up, knowing that there would be a general pushback from America, and then he would be able to step in and sign an executive order ending it like that, and come out looking good. That's a possibility. If that's the case, I don't know exactly how I feel about it. I mean, I get politics, I get high-level politics, and I understand, actually, and I totally get the fact that sometimes, you have to break eggs to make an omelet. But when the eggs are children, it seems a little bit grimy to me. And I'm not saying that that's necessarily the case. I'm just throwing out ideas, because I genuinely was so surprised about this. I could have uploaded that video last night. I held off on it until today, because I did not see this situation going anywhere anytime soon. And when in fact I came into my office just now and looked at YouTube and saw breaking news, President signs executive order to keep families together, the first thing that I felt was happy, and the second thing that I felt was incredibly confused. I don't know. Like I said, maybe don't look a gift horse in the mouth, but I'm just the type of person, I'm curious about things. I like to know things. I'm an inquisitive person, and I would really like to know where this totally out of nowhere reversal came from. It's pretty interesting to me. Perhaps, Donald Trump is a businessman. Businessmen are known for keeping advisors around. Perhaps his advisors were like, hey, this is going to get you murdered in the 2020 election. Maybe you should do something about this. And maybe he trusts his advisors, and maybe he went, yeah, alright. I don't know. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments about all this. Let me know if you're happy about this. If you're not happy about this, I would really, really like to know why. And let me know why you think this happened. Let me know what you think made Donald Trump make this decision. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and all that. I'll I'll see you in the next one, and peace.